Okay, here we go again. Another No Limits video short. I fucking really like saying that. Anyways, here we go with another one. We all know who Lori Lightfoot is. I like to call her Lori Beetlejuice, Mayor Beetlejuice, because she looks like fucking Beetlejuice. We know who she is. She's the mayor of Chicago. Well, I believe on Thursday, the 17th of June, she had a press conference. I think there were some Caucasian reporters there, although in the past she has said she won't speak to them, but it wasn't one-on-one. Anyways, she has declared, she has declared that racism is a public health emergency in Chicago. The systemic racism in this country and in her city is a public health emergency. This coming from another liberal lying politician who stated only weeks ago that she will not give interviews with any journalists unless they are a journalist of color. Yes, you know it, I know it, look it up. All of a sudden, racism is a problem in her city. Now, if this new crisis, as she likes to call it, if that's not a racist remark coming from a racist mayor, you're not willing to give interviews with a reporter unless they're of color, that's as racist as it gets. You're a public official. Well, I use that term loosely, official. They elected you. Why, I don't know. You're another disgrace. Your city is a war zone, but you're blaming race because of it, and you're a racist. It doesn't make sense to me. I wish somebody could explain it, because she is another example of the politicians in this country keeping the race debate going. They don't want to bring anybody together. They want to continue the racial divide in this country. She goes on to say that she's allocating $10 million of COVID relief money to fight the racial crisis in Chicago. Okay? $10 million of COVID relief money a racist is going to use to fight a racial crisis, as she calls it. How about this? How about reaching out to the citizens of your fine community? That some people love Chicago. I've never been there. I hear it's beautiful. And maybe, I don't know, maybe try to stop being so racist and try to reach out to different community leaders of all races. The whites, the Hispanics, the Asians, the blacks, and see if you can figure out a way to stop all the violence that's going on in Chicago. Because you've handcuffed your police department. They can't do anything. I believe she's going as far as stopping the police from engaging in foot pursuits of suspects. Like, say they pulled over a car. One of the occupants jumps out and runs. Well, they're running for a reason. They're not running because they got to go take a piss. They're running for a reason. Most likely they have a warrant or so. Cops can't chase them no more. Let them go. They could have just killed somebody. Let them go. Let them go. Let them run. You can't chase them anymore. I'm pretty sure that's Chicago. I'll have to look into that more, but I think it is. But anyways, excuse me. She's handcuffed her police department, not letting them crack down on the so-called groups of people. We all know the groups are gangs, violent street gangs, because I guess she thinks the police are racist because they're going after the African Americans who largely, these groups are largely groups of African Americans. I'm not saying that. It is what it is. The shootings and the murders are normally black on black crime. But I guess that's not a problem because of that. But if there are any white people involved or Hispanics involved or Asians involved, that would be another part of her racial crisis, I guess. But aren't we getting sick of these politicians yet? Spewing their trash, saying that race is a crisis, racial people are you're racist, your administration is racist. All you're doing is continuing the narrative that you're a racist. You're doing nothing to try and stop the violence in your city. You're sitting back and doing nothing. But whoever knows if she's up for re-election or when she's up for re-election, people will probably re-elect her because, why? I don't know. Maybe it's a race thing. Who knows? And I'm going to say this for probably the fifth, for about the millionth time. I don't give two shits what color your skin is. I don't care if you're blue, brown, green, black, white. I don't give a fuck. That means nothing to me. We're all human beings. We should all be treated the same. But racist politicians like this woman need to be removed from office and never allowed to serve in a public office again because she's part of the problem. And I said this in my last video. What she's doing, it all starts in Washington with the racial bullshit that's coming out of this White House. Okay? It all starts there. The racial politicians in Congress, the racist politicians in Congress, Pelosi, Schumer, and all their fucking cronies, Stuttering Joe and Kamala Harris, they're the problem. Okay? And this mayor is just following their playbook. I said it in my other video and I'm going to say it again. They're disgusting. They're blaming race for the problems that they can't control in the cities they govern because they're fucking clueless and they need to be removed from office. I'm pretty sure that COVID relief funding was not given to do whatever she thinks she's going to do with this racial problem she says she has. I thought it was to help businesses and people who were unemployed and whatever to get back on their feet or help government pay their employees or whatever it was for. I really don't know. I'm pretty sure, though, it's got nothing to do with let's see if we can stop racism in my city coming from one of the most racist politicians in this country. It's disgusting, and I'm sorry, and it needs to stop, but like I said before, and I'll continue to say it, it's never going to stop because of the politicians that are being elected or allegedly elected the White House are doing nothing to stop this bullshit. All they're doing is spreading it. That's all they care about. They don't care about me. They don't care about you. They don't care about people trying to fucking survive. Okay? They're not creating jobs. They're doing nothing. And until this term, which seems like a million years away, is over, it's going to continue. So all we can do is hold on and hope for the best. But really, this lady is disgusting to me. She's a disgrace to, I'm not a fan of politics, but she's a disgrace to politics because I'm pretty sure there are good politicians out there. She should be removed from office. She should be forced to resign by saying there's a racial emergency, racial crisis in her city when she's refusing to give interviews to any reporters who aren't of color is absolutely outrageous. People don't seem to care. The leaders in this country don't seem to care. They're letting her spew her trash. And one more thing before I end this video about this woman. When Trump was in office and Chicago was blowing up like it does all the time with violence, he offered to send in federal help to try to stem some of the violence. She outright refused. Now she's saying, why isn't the federal government coming to help me? What are you talking about? You were offered help by a former president. You refused it. Why? Because he was white? Or because he was Trump? I don't care if he was green and his name was fucking Gumby. He offered you help and you refused it. But now your people are in the White House, all of a sudden you're begging for help. Shut the fuck up. You're a disgrace. People should see this and they should be outraged. And the people in Chicago should rally for her removal from office because she's doing nothing to that city but letting the violence continue. End of story. My rant, my opinion. I'm going to end another No Limits video short right now. And again, I really like saying that. I don't know why. No Limits video short. I hope everybody's well. And let's just keep going, man. It's all we can do. It's all we can do. Like and subscribe to my channel, if you will. If you like the video, hit the like button. Hit the bell for notifications. I really appreciate it. And I'll just continue to talk my shit, my nonsense, but I like doing it. It bothers me that this shit goes on and they just continue to let it happen. So let's try to make a change somehow, some way. And in the meantime, just hold on. That's all we can do. Hold on and see where it goes. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video rant. I'll be back soon with some more. Take care.